In the abode of Yama, the young seeker Nachiketa was granted 3 boons. With his first boon, he restored peace between himself and his father. With the second, he learned the sacred fire sacrifice that leads to heaven, a wisdom that came to be known as the Nachiketa Agni. Then came the greatest question of all: what becomes of us after death? Before revealing the answer, Yama tested the boy with promises of wealth, power, long life, and every earthly pleasure. But Nachiketa refused them all, choosing eternal truth over temporary desire. Pleased by his unwavering resolve, Yama began to reveal the wisdom of Ātman, the immortal that neither is born nor dies, and the sacred syllable Om, the supreme support for every seeker. But the journey toward the highest truth had only just begun. Yama's voice remained calm as the sacred fire flickered between them. To reveal the journey of the soul, he now turned to a timeless image, one that could be understood by every seeker, whether king or sage. Know the body, Yama said. To be the chariot, know Ātman as the Lord who rides within it. The intellect is the Sarathi, guiding the journey. The mind is the reins through which the guidance is carried. The senses are the horses, ever eager to run. The paths they follow are the countless objects of the world. When the mind lacks control, the senses race without restraint, just as untrained horses ignore the will of an unskilled driver. But when the mind is steady and the intellect is wise, the senses obey as disciplined horses obey a skilled Sarathi. The one whose mind wanders and whose senses remain uncontrolled never reaches the highest destination. Like a traveler who loses the road, he continues to wander from path to path. But the one whose intellect is clear and whose mind is firmly held reaches the end of the journey, the supreme state from which there is no return. One who lacks understanding, whose mind is never restrained, finds the sense impossible to govern, like wild horses refusing the command of an unskilled Sarathi. Such a traveler never reaches the end of the journey. Carried wherever the restless senses lead, he remains bound to the endless cycle of wandering. But one who possesses understanding, whose mind is held firmly in control, guides the senses with confidence, as a skilled Sarathi guides well-trained horses. Following the right path, the traveler reaches the highest goal, the eternal abode of Vishnu, beyond which there is no return. Yama then drew the seeker's attention inward once more. To understand the destination, one must first understand the order in which reality unfolds. The senses, Yama said, are powerful, but beyond the senses are the objects they seek. Higher than the objects is the mind, for it gives meaning to every experience. Higher than the mind is the intellect, the power that discerns truth from illusion. And beyond the intellect is the Mahat, the vast cosmic intelligence from which all being arise. Higher than the Mahat is the Avyakta, the unseen source from which all creation emerges. And beyond the Avyakta is the Purusha, the supreme reality. Beyond the Purusha there is nothing higher, that is the final destination, that is the supreme goal. Though present within every living being, Ātman remains hidden, veiled from ordinary sight. It cannot be seen by wandering eyes, but is realized by those whose understanding has become subtle, pure, and steady. Only those whose vision is refined by wisdom perceive that hidden Ātman. It is not revealed to ordinary sight, but to the quiet and discerning mind. Then Yama spoke words that would echo across the ages. Arise, awake, approach the wise and learn from those who have realized the truth. The path is as difficult to tread as the sharp edge of a razor, Yama said. So declare the sages. The journey to the eternal demands unwavering attention. A single moment of carelessness can lead the seeker away from the goal. It is beyond sound, Yama said. No ear can hear it, for it is not an object among other things. It is beyond touch, beyond form. It cannot be grasped by the senses, nor contained within the limits of the material world. It neither decays nor perishes. Eternal and changeless, it remains untouched by the passage of time. It is without beginning and without end, greater than the greatest, yet nearer than one's own breath. Whoever realizes this eternal reality is freed from the grasp of death. The hall fell silent. Only the steady flame of the sacred fire continued to burn between teacher and disciple. Yama had revealed the highest knowledge, the truth that sages sought through discipline, contemplation, and realization. Nachiketa listened without distraction, receiving every word with unwavering faith. The wisdom no longer remained merely words. Deep within, understanding awakened. The fear that had once driven the young seeker had dissolved into certainty. Having received the knowledge of the Ātman directly from the Lord of Death, Nachiketa had crossed beyond doubt. The mystery that had brought him to Yama's abode now stood revealed. Pleased with his steadfastness and sincerity, Yama bestowed his blessing upon the young seeker. Nachiketa had proved worthy of the highest knowledge. Thus, having learned the eternal wisdom and realized Ātman, Nachiketa was released from the abode of death, carrying with him a truth that would guide countless generations. So ends the sacred dialogue of Nachiketa and Yama. Whoever reflects upon this timeless teaching with faith and understanding moves steadily towards the realization of Ātman. Death is not the greatest mystery of life, ignorance is. Like Nachiketa, we all stand at the crossroads between fleeting pleasures and lasting wisdom. The world constantly invites us to chase what is temporary, but true peace belongs to those who seek what is eternal. The Katha Upanishad reminds us that the greatest journey is not across kingdoms or worlds, it is the journey within. Through self-discipline, right understanding, and the guidance of true wisdom, every soul can discover the Ātman that shines within all beings. May we all have the courage of Nachiketa, the courage to question, the patience to learn, and the determination to choose truth over comfort. Please like this video, subscribe to the Tales of Sanatana, and press the bell icon so you never miss a new story from our ancient scriptures.